Hi, this is Arena for Gemini season. So what can we expect from Gemini season and how is it affecting our lives? What can we expect to see? Okay, I'm going to use a mixture of decks and we're going to use, just pull some cards to kind of answer some big questions that I have. Okay, so what can we expect from Gemini season? What is the overall theme? So what is the overall theme or energy for Gemini season? So the next 30 days, please, Spirit. Ten of Wands. So this strongly feels to me like Gemini season is all about ending cycles and putting the burden down. I feel Gemini's season is going to be very quick. It's going to be there's a lot going on here because we've got the Eight of Wands here that's on the bottom of the deck. So with the Ten of Wands, this is about putting the burden down, and it is going to really happen very quickly. We've got the Knight of Swords as a clarifier for this with the World on the bottom. So to me, it really feels like for the next 30 days, we're going to see things that have been burdening us ending very quickly in our lives. We're going to see things happening very, very quickly. And this is the season of tying up loose ends. So of really just everything kind of coming to completion. Yeah, literally just tying up loose ends and getting ready for the next big thing for us. Seeing kind of like what else is happening in our lives, preparing for new beginnings. Really, I'm just seeing someone kind of like wiping their glasses that are all steamed up. So it's like you're going to be seeing clearly. Also feels like someone's going to be returning. There is someone entering your life again. As you put this burden down, we have the Knight of Swords entering. And the Knight of Swords is very quick, very sudden, very kind of like I just feel like someone's made a decision. It's very decisive energy that I'm getting here. So it's like someone has just made a decision to return. Maybe this person's even going to be returning to help you put this burden down. They're going to be returning to take this off you and give you some clarity. So there might be something that you're carrying right now where you just want it to end. You want to know what's going on. It's like someone who's right at the end of a journey, but you can't quite see the finish line. It's around the bend, and someone's going to return to you and just take this off you and just help you towards that finish line. Okay, we're going to see. I want to see what your energy is to this person. So, what is your energy to this person who's going to be entering your life? The Chariot. So you could be a Cancer, they could be a Cancer, or they don't have to be. It could just be that you have let go of the reins. This Chariot here, you have completely surrendered. You've let go of the reins. You're letting them take control because you're in no rush now. You are just focused on your own journey. You're focused on your own life. You're kind of letting yourself just be divinely move forward, letting the universe take the reins, letting this other person take control, and then be the ones to bring action towards you. There's been a lot going on in this connection and you've been really, really worried and anxious about where this has been going. I feel like you've been waiting for answers and they just haven't come. This has really been keeping you up at night. You've really been stuck in your head about everything. And that's what's caused this Chariot, This Nine of Swords, that is what has forced you to surrender. That's what's made you let go of the reins because you realise, you can't stay in this energy. Okay, so let's see what is their energy towards you for Gemini season. So what is the energy of this other person towards you for Gemini season? Three of Wands with a Ten of Cups on the bottom. So it does feel like their energy towards you is they're waiting for this ship to come in. It feels like they're waiting for this green light, this go ahead for them to take action, for them to start moving forwards. It's like they're waiting for the universe to send them a lifeboat which is going to rescue them. It feels like they're completely abandoned. They've been really isolated to be pushed through their healing work, to be pushed through everything that they've had to go through so that they can return. So it's this lifeboat which is coming out to collect them, and then I feel like we're going to see them returning. Maybe in Gemini season, but maybe shortly after. Okay, that's interesting. So their energy towards you, we've got the 5 of Pentacles with the 4 of Wands. They came out together. And we've got this 3 of Wands. So it definitely feels like this progression, because if you look here, we've got 3, 4, 5. So steps forwards. There is things moving forwards with everything kind of coming together. There's progression here, but their energy towards you, it very much feels like they want to come out of the cold. They want this lifeboat to come and rescue them so that they can get out of the cold and move towards this union, you know, really move towards this relationship and happiness. Also, they're particularly showing me the 5 here, the 5 of Pentacles, and January, February, March, April, May. The last 5 months have been hell for them. The last 5 months, they've had to really push through so much shit in their life, basically. They've had to work through all their blocks. They've had to work through some really deep shadows within them, so that they can have this union. And it does feel now like this work has been completed. So by the end of May, so into like the second half of Gemini season, that's when we're going to see this kind of them coming in from the cold, basically, them moving towards the warmth, this lifeboat coming in to rescue them and moving towards this union, towards this relationship. It definitely feels like we're going to see some very positive movements in this relationship. Okay, we're going to get a card now to see what challenges are being overcome in Gemini season. So what challenges are you and your counterpart overcoming in Gemini season? The Tower. I love that this has come out in this position. So what are you overcoming? You are overcoming all these Tower moments. You're really kind of like, this feels like divine intervention. So whereas you might have been pushed out of your comfort zone before and this has triggered you, or you found it quite hard, it's like you're overcoming that now. You're no longer finding these Tower moments challenging. You're seeing them for the greater good. You're seeing the benefit that they have in your life, you know, everything that they are doing for you. And it really just feels like the challenge is being overcome now is you surrendering. You have surrendered. You have received divine intervention. It feels like this group that I'm channeling for, you did not choose to surrender. You were pushed to surrender. You were pushed to a point where you just couldn't do this anymore. You know, you had to put this burden down. You have to stop. And it feels like as you surrender, that's why we have this Knight of Swords rushing back. As you overcome your Tower moments and prove that you've really passed all these tests and triggers and you're ready for something serious, for this commitment, we're going to see that person rushing back to help you put this burden down. Let's have another card, please, for what challenges are being overcome in Gemini season. King of Wands. So we have the King of Wands with the Tower here. So what challenges are you overcoming? It's you're really surrendering and letting the other person take control, take the reins. Someone who previously probably has been quite passive. So maybe they didn't take a lot of action towards you because there was still a lot going on. You were still pushing them. You hadn't surrendered and you weren't ready. You weren't in a place ready for this commitment. But it feels like Gemini season, we're going to see all these Tower moments maybe becoming a thing of the past. You know, it feels like by June everything's just going to be a lot brighter, a lot better, and we're not going to see the same kind of like challenges and triggers like we had before. And your counterpart is definitely going to be in this King of Wands energy. This has been a challenge, but I feel here now, even though it's come out in the challenges being overcome, it feels like it's already happened. You know, as you work through these Tower moments, you're going to see your counterpart really in their power. And if you look at this King of Wands, it looks like he's literally ready to get up off his throne and take action. So it feels like your counterpart is getting ready to take action to come and rescue his queen. Okay, let's see what is going on behind the scenes. So what hidden influences do we have in Gemini season? I love that card. we have the 10 of Pentacles. So what hidden influences do we have? This is a serious commitment. There's so much stability here. We're moving away from the 10 of Wands towards the 10 of Pentacles. We're putting the burden down and moving towards a very committed and stable relationship. And whilst this is a hidden influence, it feels like this is happening behind the scenes and you're going to see results of it very, very soon. If you've been worrying about this connection ever kind of being grounded, if you've been worrying about your relationship with this other person, you know, if you're ever going to see results in the 3D, I see this as it just being very grounded, as you actually seeing something very physical coming from this connection. Let's have another card, please, for hidden influences for Gemini season. So what is going on behind the scenes in Gemini season? Okay, we have the 10 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So Gemini season, behind the scenes, we have a serious relationship developing, and the Hierophant to me is always a card of commitment, and that's what I use, you know, that's how me and my guides work. It is the Hierophant, shows me as commitment, movement, moving in together, serious relationship. So this is someone who is ready for a very traditional relationship, so it's, you know, it's no longer kind of like dating and seeing each other, or it is someone being like, okay, let's commit to each other, let's make plans for our future. And the 10 of Pentacles, these are long-term plans. So behind the scenes, this is probably what your counterpart is thinking about. They are thinking about permanent changes in their life, you know, commitment that they can offer, and how they can bring positive changes to this relationship so that it has this long-term foundation, you know, so that it has this foundation where this relationship can really go the long haul, basically. Okay, let's have a card for relationships for this month, please. So let's see what is going on in relationships in Gemini season. And we've got 2 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So it feels like Gemini season is going to be the start of some long-term commitments being made. It is going to see the start of some unions. You are moving towards a much more committed place, a much more committed stage in your relationship. You know, even if it doesn't happen in the next 30 days, I feel like you're going to feel things moving towards that level of commitment. There might be some deep conversations had where you both discuss your future plans together, and it is going to happen. On the bottom here, we've got the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So you are going to see wishes being fulfilled. But for your relationship, we have the Hanged Man and the Magician here. So I'm straight away being told that things that have been stuck before, you're going to be moving forwards, taking action, because you'll be in this Magician energy, which is ready to manifest this relationship. Also, it feels like some of you have been trying to manifest love in your life, and you felt like it just wasn't working, you know, it had been really stuck. And I see new beginnings here. So the Raven here in this card tells me that there's new beginnings here coming in your romance department. Open your crown chakra, you know, look at things from a new perspective, connect with spirit, because as you work on that connection, as you open yourself up to that guidance, you're really going to feel a lot more confident, and you're going to be feeling a lot more aligned. You're going to be ready to kind of see these manifestations coming about. Okay, what is your personal development for the season of Gemini? So let's see what is going on for you personally for Gemini season. A lot of cards flew out here, so I'm just going to put them back in. So for Gemini season here, we've got the Knight of Swords that has come out again, and we had the Knight of Swords for the overall energy. So the overall energy for Gemini season, we had 10 of Wands and Knight of Swords. And for you personally, for your personal kind of like what you need to know for Gemini season, we've got the Knight of Swords again. So straight away, it's just confirmation that this person is entering your life, is re-entering your life, taking action towards you, and it's going to happen very, very suddenly, very quickly. Let's have one more card, please, for you personally for the season of Gemini. Ace of Swords. Wow. Well, what would we want the Knight of Swords to bring to us? And it would be this Ace of Swords. This is clarity coming in. So you are going to be getting clarity. It's going to be communication. You are going to see this person returning. I strongly feel like they are going to be ready, even if they're not quite ready for a serious commitment. They're going to be giving you the clarity that you need to both move forwards. This season to me very much feels like progression. It's commitment being developed behind the scenes. It is your counterpart waiting for his lifeboat to come in so that he can move out of the cold and move towards this commitment, towards this union here. But it very much feels like, you know, behind the scenes we have this union happening, this union being developed, because that is what your counterpart's energy is towards you. It is this union card, and we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Hierophant going on behind the scenes. Okay, I'm going to put these cards back in, and then we're just going to pull some cards to see what you can expect for the outcome of Gemini season. Okay, what can we expect by the end of Gemini season in the 3D, please? So the 3D by the end of Gemini season. Not going to take those, too many came out. By the end of Gemini season, we have a Six of Pentacles. So I just feel straight away like things are balancing out. You are going to see some gifts coming in throughout Gemini season. You are going to see things being given to you. It also feels like you will be getting some kind of gift from your counterpart. So this person who's returning to you, it feels like they are going to be making an offer. They're going to be giving you something, and you're going to be kind of moving away from any like past cycles of hurt or separation. And, you know, whatever tower moments you face this month are going to be very positive. Whatever happened, you know, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, but by the end of the month, I just feel things are going to be balanced, and you are going to be receiving some kind of gifts or surprises. Okay, what is the outcome for Gemini season, please? Seven of Wands and King of Pentacles. So your counterpart's going to be working hard to make sure that they are stable enough for this relationship. They're going to be working hard to make sure that they are kind of like ready. We do have a Queen of Cups on the bottom of that deck and the King of Pentacles on the bottom of this one. So this is, by the end of this month, you're going to be very, very grounded, very stable in your Queen energy, and your counterpart's going to be in their King of Pentacles energy. Or working hard towards that. But it definitely feels like this season we're just going to see lots of breakthroughs, lots of kind of like things happening maybe by the second half of Gemini season, and it does feel like we're making steps in the right direction towards union, but also I'm told that there's still a lot going on right now, so things are going to be different for everyone's situation, and I will do some more check-ins to kind of see what we can expect and what is going on. But overall, Gemini season feels like moving towards union, moving out of a cold, and your counterpart really kind of being ready to be rescued and, you know, moved towards kind of like the next stage, the next phase in this relationship. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that reading, and let's hope Gemini season is full of miracles and wonderful things.